Thank you, Nagi, for not having me in the film, but having me do all this. Sir, I'm going to start with you, sir. When Nagi first came and was talking about the idea, this was much before any of this materialized. He was, it's Kalki. We all know about the coming of an avatar. We've heard it through childhood as stories. And a filmmaker actually trying to make that in the science fiction world and had imagined you on day one as the Ashwatthama. So what was your reaction to that?
When Nagi came and explained to me the idea, for a long time after he'd left, I was thinking, what the hell has Nagi been drinking? To think of something like this, it was absolutely something outrageous. And with some of the visuals that you've seen just now, it's just unbelievable to have somebody conceive a project which is so futuristic and so possible. And during the making of the film, we realized that no matter what he thought of, he actually got all the material, all the effects, every kind of vision that he had. And that really has been an amazing experience. For me to be just a part of it has been an experience I'll never forget.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, over to you. I mean, your veteran's a really small word, and encyclopedia also felt like a silly word once I said it. In your plethora of cinema, you've watched so many filmmakers grow, create different roles with you. This was science fiction, and it had mythology in its play, and it had a filmmaker who was really young. And if all of you know the looks of Nagi, he doesn't look anything like a filmmaker. I'll tell you a truth today, he's actually a lost kid from Shambhala who grew up in Hyderabad. So how did he actually narrate this to you, sir, and what was your reaction with it?
I'm used to these kind of ordinary looking people who do extraordinary things. My boss, my mentor was one such man. He looked like a government official. I thought first thing, if he enters any house, you'll think it's an income tax raid. That's how it looked. But I've seen what he was capable of from the kind of films he did. I think Ek Duje Ke Liye was his 60th or 70th film. So I was not surprised. I don't underestimate these ordinary looking guys. They have a depth to them that doesn't show unless you talk to them. And I did have the opportunity of talking to him, man of few words. And that's about the succinct way of putting forward your idea. If it extends to movies, great ideas will translate better. It's when they don't know how to present it that great ideas become ordinary movies. But this guy knew how to present an idea, which, as Amitji said, first thing you want to ask is what have you been smoking or what have you been drinking. But that's how great ideas are formed. I mean, ordinary people will doubt it and then they'll start respecting it. I could see a bit of that, and I was moaning backstage to Amitji about, I always wanted to play bad man because the bad man gets to do all the good things in films, where the heroes are singing romantic songs and waiting for the heroine, where he can just go ahead and do what he wants. But I thought, I'm going to play the bad man, so it's going to be fun. But then, he wanted to be different. And I'm almost like a sage in the film with a bad idea.
Nice. Sir, and the look, there was one shot of you in the promo, and then that just stunned pretty much the whole country. And you have so many different looks that you consistently keep creating. I remember Nagi, before he took the flight for the look test, he was saying, dude, I'm feeling really silly. What am I going to talk to Mr. Kamal about look and get up? I'm just going to ask him to do it. Can we know how that happened?
That's what he told you, but we kept talking about it because we had a lot to talk about and also not look like something else, which I've done already. or somebody else has done already. Now, I thought I have a fantastic idea. I had not seen any of the images of this film. So I thought I would dress myself up in such a way people will turn around and look at me. And I got an idea. I would do some research and come, oh, that Amitji is doing that. What you came up with, he's already doing it. Then I'll go cursing myself and I'll think about it. And then I'll say, I'll come with an armor. Oh, that Prabhas has got. So I didn't want to be pregnant in the film. Otherwise, I would have, I would have tried that as well. But then finally, with... But with a good director, even that is possible. But this get-up took a long time. We traveled to LA, failed a couple of times before we arrived on the first acceptable look for the director. So I think it's a collaboration, and I think and hope, still hoping that the audience will react the same way as we did when we saw the first look.
Awesome, sir. Thank you. Viman, over to you. I don't know. Okay, you are now one of the biggest names in cinema, clearly. What is it like working with 1, 2, 3, dude? What do you do on set? What's your...
First, I should thank producer and...
We touch each other's feet. He never allows me to do that, but
Sir.
Prabhas, be honest now.
Yeah. First
They're all ragging you, Nubha. I can see that. I can see that. You were pulling his leg on set. My friend's an introvert, sir. He's very all-powerful in the movies, but he's really an introvert and sweet man.
No, but what's wrong with touching his feet?
Tell me, boss, what's up? How is it working with, I think, line on each?
Yeah. So I should thank Deepika and Nagi for giving me opportunity to work with such greatest legends. It's like bigger than dream. And I don't know what to say. I was like, first I met Amithab sir and I touched his feet. He said, don't do it. If you do it, I'll do it. I said, please, I can't even think. We grew up watching you. My uncles had your hairstyle. He's the first actor in the country who reached every part of the country. South, North, we all know in Telugu, Tamil, we saw like Amithab Bachchan's hairstyle, that hairstyle, tall. Any tall people, they call Amithab Bachchan. In South, he's the first actor, I think, who reached like that. And Kamal sir, when his Sagar Sangam came, I asked my mother, I want his dress. My cousins, if he had, Chandru had a tummy, and they used to put a cloth on their stomach, and they used to act in front of us. Like, see, and I'm working with them. This is like something unbelievable, and thank you, sir.
And the lovely lady to your left.
So sorry. Yeah, and Deepika, I always wanted
The fact that he has said more than 2 sentences, we should
He's
be
the big one. Please,
celebrated.
big round of applause, please.
Yeah. So yeah, Deepika, I wanted to work with her always, and some actors who can reach around such an international level, and such a beautiful, gorgeous, and superstar, and a great actress. And it's beautiful to work with you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, that's it, I think.
Actually, I'm like this because of all the food he's fed me.
Okay, let's start by talking about that. Did all of you all eat great food on set? No?
Yes, courtesy.
This man?
Yes. Every day. And it got to a point where it wasn't
You
just
never
food
ate.
coming from home. There was like full catering service. So the highlight of the day almost became what is Prabhas feeding everyone. And for those who know him well, know that he feeds from the heart. So
Awesome. So Deepika, when I was speaking to Nagi, I said, who do I talk about the story and who should reveal most things? He said, I think Deepika should speak about it. So we see you carrying, I mean, at first I thought you were like really in character trying to do this, but can you talk about your role and the film?
Why?
Why?
You didn't ask any of them that question.
But I know Nagi put that in me. He said she is the one you should ask.
Can't. I think he said a lot about the movie and the worlds. But I mean, I think what I can definitely say is that it's unlike anything we've experienced or seen before. So even when I remember doing the narration for this through COVID, and Nagi was on Zoom and I was on the other end, and I think much like Kamal sir said, you know, you could see sparks of genius in him, even though this is just his second or third movie. You could tell that it was, as he was narrating, there wasn't much on paper, but it was all in his mind. And every time he spoke and you look, and even now when you look into his eyes, you can see that, you know, the entire visual of what he's envisioned over the years is so clear. And that's the only time, and I mean it in a good way, where you actually hear him speak, and speak so articulately, because that's the one thing that he's just completely consumed by and, you know, passionate about. And but yes, I mean, I really don't know. Very honestly to your question, I don't know how much I can and cannot say. But yes, I play the mother. And yeah, and then the movie's out on the 27th for everyone to discover the rest of it.
Amazing. So welcome to Telugu cinema. That I guess I have to say that to you in some ways. Are you going to do more films?
I mean, sure.
Back in Telugu?
If the audience would like me to, sure.
Awesome. Thank you.